Good afternoon, everyone. Quick intro. I'm Nick.Mead, Commercial Operations Manager for Exeter City Council and hopefully Cat.
I'm Cat Chambers, Operations Manager for Public and Green Space.
Right, due to time restrictions, we'll crack straight on, I think. So, what are nature-based solutions? Nature-based solutions are actions that work with and enhance nature to help address challenges such as climate change, ecosystem degradation, and biodiversity loss. NBS bring more nature and natural processes into the environment and use the systems and features of nature to achieve outcomes such as carbon storage, regulation of water flow, and removal of particulates and carbon from the air. This can be achieved through greening streets and installation of green roofs and walls. There are numerous co-benefits to NBS, whether that's through carbon sequestration, providing shade to mitigate the urban heat island effect, controlling pollution, and thus improving health, or providing societal value through social integration. All of these ecosystem services can be delivered by green infrastructure planning, strategy, and management. Research and innovation are key. There's multiple examples of innovative NBS strategies globally, with just two listed here. Hamburg is the first German city to have developed a comprehensive green roof strategy. The goal was to plant a total of 100 hectares of green roofs over a decade. Local government helped finance the strategy. In New York, what was formerly the Delancey Underground is a park under construction that will be the world's first underground park, using innovative solar technology to transmit sunlight underground to enable photosynthesis, enabling plants and trees to grow. On a local level, what can we do and what are the challenges facing us? NBS are a relatively new concept, many of which involve changing how we view and manage our green spaces. Openness to innovation and a removal of existing silos within organisations needs to take place, along with education, engagement, and collaborative working. More data needs to be compiled, along with monitoring, to ensure that projects implemented are doing what they say on the tin. The urban landscape is fragmented, and the linking up of habitats is one of the key challenges that can be overcome by depaving and using roof and wall spaces. And lastly, financing. Financing for NBS is the major challenge. Unlike solar or wind power, there's no direct financial payback, and it will only be through viewing nature as an asset and putting a price on the loss of nature that financing mechanisms will bear fruit. I'll hand over to Kat now to walk you through some of the initiatives we've been implementing on a local level within the city.
The Exeter Wild City project aims to diversify grassland habitats across the city by introducing wildflower meadows and verges. So far, over 50 sites have been delivered and have received much public support. We've worked with community groups, schools and residents to manage and achieve these with fantastic results. Currently, the sites are sporadically placed, and the intention is to scale these up so that they are strategic and well connected by using as a base the Exeter Biodiversity Reference Map on the next slide. We have been and continue to trial different methods and management techniques so that we can bring the most benefits to wildlife, and intend to continue to educate and work with communities throughout Exeter to scale this up. Another initiative we've trialled this year and hope to roll out to a larger extent next year is in grass cutting. Leaving large areas of long grass throughout the season has obvious environmental benefits: pollination, food sources and connectivity. In order to manage public expectation, we perform a 1 metre swathe cut to the edges to show that the area is actively managed rather than just left. We've had mixed opinion on this. Another area to achieve net zero is through plant choice. Trees, shrubs and plants not only help store carbon from the atmosphere, but some species can also remove various types of particulate matter, nitrogen dioxide, ozone and other pollutants that contribute to a decline in human health. Studies have shown that smaller leaves on hairy and waxy leaf surfaces appear to be leaf traits facilitating the removal of particulate matter from the air. We've recently altered the landscaping plans for the new St. Sybil Point development with this research in mind, to better reflect the passive house ethos by substituting with phytosensors and pollinator-friendly plants, and have just completed a small landscaping project on Queen Street with the same planting strategy. Glyphosate reduction is very much on our agenda, and we've undertaken much research on alternative methods of weed control. To date, we've reduced the amount of highway sprays from 3 to 2 per year with our partners, Devon County Council. We've used mechanical weed rippers to remove both weeds and debris it grows in. To do so, we invested in 2 deep clean teams who work citywide over the year. We have reduced the amount of sprays to treat Japanese knotweed from 2 sprays to 1 a year, without a reduction in efficiency or control. We've stopped spraying drip lines underneath trees, making further usage reduction. We've trialled foam stream methods of weed control, but have found it to be too costly and too high in carbon emissions. And we're currently trialling an opt-out scheme for residents for the highway spray, which we're looking to roll out citywide next year. And with that, I hand back to Nick.
Thanks, Kat. So the future could be better, and we can all do more. Green walls and rooms, urban habits, as elevated stepping stones for wildlife across the city are the Shangri-La of biodiversity net gain. Again, changes in governance and financing are required to achieve this. There's much more that Exeter can do. Global cities partnerships, such as the Biophilic Cities Network and the ICLEI Local Governments for Sustainability, to name just a couple. Projects such as Lambeth Council's de-paving initiative can turn our streets and driveways into planted up urban drainage systems. There's an abundance of creative and knowledgeable companies, organisations and individuals within the city. We've partnered on projects with the Wanford Planters, St Thomas Community Garden and the award-winning Greening Soughton initiative, amongst many others. To help achieve net zero and provide biodiversity net gain, we need to continue to innovate, collaborate and coordinate, and together we can achieve it. Thank you for listening.